How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be having an up-close and personal look at the Spin Master DC supervillains Gorilla Grodd. We know what the packaging for these guys looks like because it's pretty much the same with all of them. You got the bubble that the figure comes in. You've got the 3 surprise accessories right here that we always rip open unceremoniously to get the stuff out from the inside. On the back, you got, that is a lot of gobbledygook as usual. That is the most boring back of the package I think I've ever seen in the history of packaging for toys. Anywho, let's use our scissors to rip this open. We got the locker there. There's the trading card that it comes with. You've got Gorilla Grodd and Soups in the heat of battle. And then we got the little boxes here that have all their bits in them, their accessories. And let's yoink him out as well. Oh, he comes with a little cape. And we need that because this tells us what mission he has. Alright, and we can see that he came with a shield, a spear, and a spiked mace. Here's the shield. That's kind of cool. I like that a lot. You can see there's a little bit of a red to it, maybe underneath. I'm not really sure if it's a bit of a wash. Like, I'm not sure if it's cast in red and then painted silver, or if it's casted in silver with a bit of a red. I think that the red is actually some kind of a brush or a wash, and you can see it a lot more, especially with Gorilla Grodd's spear here. There's definitely a red wash over top of this. And if we compare it also to, yeah, the mace, there's a less, but there's definitely a red wash on it. Looking at the legend here, it appears that this would be the weapon set that he's supposed to have, which would mean that the Darth Vader-esque helmet-looking Legion of Doom Hall is the setting for this battle. Honestly, there are no more Grodds on the legends, so I have to assume that this is the one. And with this one we have Hull of Justice Defense, Metropolis Mayhem, Legion of Doom Raid, and Watchtower Invasion. Not that most kids are even probably going to pay attention to this, because really, it is all about the figure, and this is a pretty fantastic little cartoony looking take on Gorilla Grodd. Spin Master has made something that I know the second that this review is done, my youngest is going to burst in here and want to play with it, like right away. Now, where they've taken the visual cues for this Gorilla Grodd, that being the golden shoulder pauldrons here, the red cape on his back, the headgear that he's wearing with the spike on the forehead, you've got the lightning bolt on the chest, the 2 coming down the side here, the red loincloth here. Everything about this figure seems to have been taken pretty much directly from how he appeared in the pages of the New 52 Flash very early on, where the Flash had a run-in with Gorilla Grodd, and he nicked the Speed Force. And the face sculpt on this guy, as well as the face paint for him, for such a little guy, for a children's toy, I think he suffices. I think he more than suffices. And he definitely has that all-around Gorilla Grodd look to him. The cape is made out of, you know, the same material as the rest, and I'm going to be careful how much I touch it, because the one thing I don't like about these figures is the capes actually fray like crazy. But overall, it's a very, very nice looking figure. The articulation for Groddy Poo, let's have a little look-see-do. Arms go up about that before his shoulder pauldrons get in the way, round and round. You've got the single jointed elbows up about that, but they also rotate as well, which is cool. Nothing in the wrists, nothing in the torso. Articulation doesn't pick up again until we get down here to the ball joints, and then you've also got rotation up here in the form of a thigh cut. The head, I believe, is on a ball peg, but if it is, it's not very good at doing the job of a ball peg, because it really just goes round and round about that far. You could have just had a simple neck peg, but I don't know for sure. I'm not taking his head off to find out either. Can we just go back for a second and look at Grodd's feet? Look at that. Look at those toes. Yep, I like those feet. Now, one of the things that I appreciate about Spin Master's approach to this action figure line is that they're not afraid to make the villains bigger. There's no shortage of large characters in this line in general. And that's something that's very cool for child imaginative playtime, because what kid doesn't want to have a big, bad guy for their hero to fight? It just makes your hero look that much more awesome when they prevail against a villain that is larger in stature than them. I must say, even though these figures were designed for children's imaginative playtime, as well as with the collectors in mind, but mostly for kids, I gotta say just how much I appreciate their character selection and the fact that there's just so much individual tooling for pretty much every character. Anyway, super friends, that is my review and my humble opinion about the Spin Master 4-inch scale Gorilla Grodd action figure. Whether you're a collector or a kid or a parent looking to pick these up for your kids, one thing's for certain: this action figure line never ceases to impress me. You can bet your keister that if these guys had came out when I was a kid, well, I would have been all over them like a skunk to a cat. The playability for these guys is always fantastic, and what they lack in articulation, they more than make up for in the character of their sculpts. Anyway, super friends, thanks for sticking around and checking out my observations and opinions on this oh so cute 4-inch scale Gorilla Grodd action figure. Hopefully you found this video to be a useful, interesting, entertaining waste of time for the day. And if you did, you know what the like button is. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe and join the DC squad. And I'll see you with the next one. Have a fantastic day, super friends, and take care.